thank you for your time. I know that you're all eager for lunch. Patient, it won't take long, I promise. Okay, so my presentation is more about Indonesia. So I will give again brief statistic about how contributed Indonesia. We have similar pattern that during weekends, we take a break. But during weekdays we mostly mapping. Same thing with the weekly and then annually. There is one outlier here is about Geo Awareness Week in 2015, where we map an active volcano in Lombok. That's an island close to Bali. So when we publish a certain mapathon event, then usually there will be lots of interest, especially if the publication is done right. And then about the node statistic, what's interesting in Indonesia, there are jump in deletion. This is more to clean the data, because sometimes we get addition of unrelated data to OSM, like points from GPS which did not have any OSM tags in it. So we need to clean that data. And then annually, as you can see, that there's also like outliers where we have like a mapathon, or where we have an event where people contributes the data and the data growing exponentially. About the key activities that we done, this is one of our key activities currently working on. This is just finished in Surabaya. Surabaya is the second biggest city in Indonesia. Now we move to Jakarta, the capital. So now currently our team is working hard to map the entire city. That includes the 1,000 islands north of Jakarta. This is that just finished this year in February, that we mapped Surabaya. Surabaya is the second biggest city again, in collaboration with the USAID, with the Pacific Disaster Center from the University of Hawaii, and also with the MIT, because they're the one who developed the Peta Bencana, that is flood reporting through Twitters. So the base statistic is that in short amount of time, we have mapped more than 640,000 buildings, and more than 4,600 kilometers of roads, and 6,000 infrastructure attributes. That includes like the capacity of that building, what's the type of the roof, what is the type of the floor, and everything else. So we add up all of the critical infrastructure information in about 3 months. If you want to know more about the project, you can join the presentation from my team, Harry and Dewi, tomorrow afternoon to get more details about this project. And then I also give a couple of highlights from our work in humanitarian response. This is for PD earthquake mapping. PD is part of Aceh province in the west part of Indonesia, where we have a mapathon we have mapped 104,000 buildings, 4,000 highways tagged, and then only by 116 contributors in 8 days. So I think this is a really good achievement on how people willing to help during a big earthquake in Aceh. And then in the government adoption, I heard lots of pretty positive remarks from the government itself. One is from the BNPB. BNPB is the National Disaster Management Agency, and this year they already declared that they're going to map 136 priority districts or cities all over Indonesia, and they're going to map that all using OpenStreetMap. So the aim is to have 136 priority districts all over Indonesia. There are 500 districts in total in Indonesia, and they want to map 136 disaster-prone districts using OpenStreetMap up until 2020. So up to 2020, hopefully all these 136 districts will be mapped. So the BNPB, the National Disaster Management Agency, acts as a validator, and then the one that's going to map is all the uni students as partners in the region. And the Ministry of Land Management currently also using OpenStreetMap for the land parcel data, for the land valuation information. This is their website. I saw a couple of years ago that they use Google Map as the base map, but now they only use OpenStreetMap as their base map. So that's really a positive story from the government. So this is the basic statistic of what we are doing in the past 6 years. It starts with 8 trainers. You can see Kate Chapman here, 8 in 2011. And then from this 8 trainer, we deliver more than 138 training in 17 provinces all over Indonesia. There are 34 provinces, so we cover half of Indonesia for now. We have trained more than 3,299 participants. So if there's one more people join, there'll be the 3,300 person. Yay! And then in 2011, we only have like 30,000 buildings mapped in OSM. And last September, I checked the statistic. Now the total number of building in Indonesia is 10,131,000 building. This can happen because we are not mapping Indonesia ourselves, but this is more because of the participant that's enthusiastic and they see the importance of having their own areas being mapped. And this is how we maintain the community, because we believe that people is the most important aspect in participatory mapping. Is that in the website we use that as a guide. For now it have like 5,000 page views last month, and we have more than 3,800 members in Facebook. Facebook is much more popular in Indonesia because in our OSM top mailing list for Indonesia, we only have like 2 emails in a year. So we're not using mailing lists anymore. Sorry. So we moved to Facebook. It's much more popular. And the Twitter is also quite popular. We have 3,000 tweets and 1,000 followers. And we also creating visual tutorial. We're creating tutorials on how to use GPS and how to use various tools. And yeah, for now there's already like 40 videos and 90,000 views. And last but not least, this year we are privileged. We have become the winner for the Improving the Asia Award, only slightly higher than Kathmandu Living Labs from the vote. Sorry. Thank you for still inviting us though. Because we believe that being inclusive is important. It's not only the number, but also who's you're going to involve in the community. So we have events like Women Map, where we have a training that is followed by only women. We collaborate with the UN Women and other partners. And the last but not least, I would like to play a video that explains why we got the award. Usually there is a background, like kind of a sad music, but yeah, just picture sad music. Sorry. It's okay if the voice, if there is no sound, is okay. This is our first disabled OSM training. How people in disabled, they're not necessarily only the victim, but they can be active contributor and making their own community safer. This is Dewi, that will be present tomorrow, so you can also ask her directly because she's the main trainer in this training.
Yes, tidak ada tangga ya, semuanya masih abu-abu. Jadi berarti itu belum ada yang menandakan lokasi-lokasi itu apakah itu dapat diakses oleh kursi roda atau tidak.
Pengungsian, 1 milik perorangan dan 1 milik warga.
Terima kasih ya OSM yang udah memberikan pelatihan sama teman-teman SB juga, dan sangat berguna banget. Apalagi saya menggunakan OSM tracker for Android, itu lebih akses lagi, tentunya dapat diakses oleh teman-teman yang tunanetra. Namun memang ada beberapa fitur yang OSM atau JOSM tadi yang di PC yang belum bisa diakses oleh teman-teman yang tunanetra. Sebenarnya mungkin bisa ditingkatkan lagi ke aksesnya.
Ayo cara katanya berarti kecantikan selama ini perhatian ini cerai sekali program seperti ini harus berkatakan sedikit tahu seperti apa itu HM ada manfaat apalagi saatnya kedatangan untuk itu.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Ian. And because I said we will also show the video from Bangladesh. It's just 3 minutes long, so let's see that, and then we can break for lunch. We'll be back here at 1 o'clock, where we have our country presentations that will continue. Any country presenters who hasn't met me for that session, please meet me before you leave.